What's good, y'all? We in the building. Yeah, we are. Hakim Green, Wes Henderson,
What's up, Hakim?
episode 38, brother.
3-8.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Congratulations, sir. We creeping up on 40.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Man. Oh, man. So, wow. It's been a crazy weekend in sports, bro. Man, it's been off the chain in so many ways. We got so much to talk about, bro.
We do.
We got a lot to talk about. So with that said, you know how we do. I'm gonna line it up. Took a test, but give you the heads up. We got something new coming up next week. It's gonna be a whole new flow with the intro. We're dropping the Cipher featuring KRS-One, the new video by myself and the God, the teacher. And you know he's got the big versus battle coming up on Sunday with Big Daddy Kane.
Is that on the streaming network?
Yeah, it'll be on IG versus IG. But Triller has it. Fight, a couple other platforms be doing their thing, showing it. But it's gonna be off the chain. You know, I wonder if they're gonna do Madism. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I keep my fingers crossed.
I hope
Richard Burroughs, what up, brother?
Rich Burroughs in the building.
Rutgers, right?
Are you all day?
Yeah.
Are you all day? Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. The Cipher featuring KRS-One. But right now, we're going to go to Took a Test, throw that up, and do what we do. Invite people to the conversation. Hey, Rich, man, share this stream with the folks, man, so they know what it is, man. Bring people over to IZM Sports, bro.
No KRS-One sock, you wanna get down with BDP? You gotta take this test. You know what I mean? I was ready. Here you go. Make some from nothing by uttering the word. Nigga, don't get it? I must be stuttering from the herb. I be cluttering in the burbs. Hovering with nerds. I'm trying to pull shelter from the oncoming purge. Donald Trump is tripping. Trying to stave the surge. Do it for the bricks. From laughing market merge. Get my brothers out the county. See the city re-emerge. I'm trying to keep it straight. My people living on the curb. Motherfucker got the nerve. Must not have heard. I'm tired of the pimps pushing fees in the pervs. Fire with the bars and the fours and the verbs. Wanna see him go to college. I make them whores on the curb. Souls so disturbed. So stay high as a bird. Niggas want this smoke. Yup, you'll get served. I'm sick with technique. I'm ill with the maneuver. DJs want my effect like they were straight out the sewer. Fuck, I'm a doer. Find me in the viewer. I'm so underground, you're just the Barbie in the stew. I'm a grown man in this young world. I feel like I'm Rick the Ruler. I'm trying to get all these bars, but I'm not Robert Mueller. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. I'm DMC to quickly blaze 'em with a run. Pressure on y'all, shrivel up, raising in the sun. I can blaze you with the gun, rather raise like the one. In the hood, y'all sweat it out, but I remain the champion. I'm smoky like the air, bring fire to the camp. When I light up the air like wires in a lamp. Coke in your ear, hear the fire and get amped. Got that choke, keeping near, always fire when I champ. My flow absolute style classic, got the proof. 0 to 100 on the ledge like the roof. Make them disappear out of thin air, they go poof. Facts come and go, Hakim remains the truth. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. I drop jewels, science, mathematics, charts, study, lyrics. Gymnastics, style, charismatic, pragmatic with the instruct. Smile is aromatic, fanatic with the ism structure. Back to the subject, how I school MCs. I get decks off the blue cheese. UMCs, they used to call me powder, and I blew UNC. Taking y'all back to school like fools and truancy. I rock with the teacher like the board education. Fuck doc with the reefer, got a script for medication. Get A's for dedication on my way to graduation. The hand like diplomas rolled up. Congratulations. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail.
You want to get down with BDP? You gotta take this test, nigga.
Keep that.
Yes. That is Took a Test by myself, Hakim Green, produced by Ron Amin-Ra Lawrence of the Mighty Hitman production team. Legendary producer. Do the Googles and find out who he is. Mixed by my homie Domingo, media famous, Domingo Beats. Real hip hop is in the building, that boom back. We got more coming soon. The Cypher next week. What up, Cliff Spliffington in the building?
Yeah. What's up, fellas?
What's going on,
man?
Cliff?
Chilling, man.
We dropping this new video next week, bro. You know what I mean?
Wesley Smith. Wesley Smith. I like that one. Okay.
Oh wow, they got look at Kill All Black People. I heard. Oh wow, look at you. Block him.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ain't that something?
That's something. What's that? Wasn't that a Saturday Night Live spoof? Kill the black people. No, it's kill the white people.
Yeah, kill the white people.
Kill the white people.
Kill the white people. Kill all the white people.
I'm going to walk outside, going to hit them with the bat. We're going to kill the white people.
Absolutely.
Oh man. So gentlemen. We got the Cypher dropping next week, Cliff. That's what I wanted to say. We got the Cypher dropping, Hakim Green featuring KRS-One, also produced by Ron Amin-Ra Lawrence, coming at you next week. So, got
the hotness, the madness, yeah.
Tell a friend, coming right off the verses, KRS-One versus Big Daddy Kane, Barclays, crazy.
That's gonna be nice, man.
That's this Sunday, right?
That's this Sunday, right. Man. It's like 30 years in the making, bro. That's like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Yeah, man. So, talk about crazy. It's been a crazy week in sports. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where y'all want to start. I don't know if you want to put playoffs first. Major League Baseball playoffs.
Yeah, it's the Yankee fans' nightmare. You got the master versus the students on the cheating tip. The Red Sox and the Astros.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But the Dodgers and the Giants got to settle their score tomorrow night or tonight.
No, it's tonight.
Tonight,
yeah. Tonight.
So that should be a good game. I'm rooting for the Dodgers because I think they're the only team left that could beat these sorry ass Astros. Excuse my language, but because if the Dodgers lose, Astros winning the World Series.
Well, the Reds, don't sleep on the Red Sox. I mean, as a Yankee fan, I hate saying it, but they're hot and they know how to beat Houston, and it's going to be like you said, the battle of who retained the most cheating expertise.
Yeah,
but those are the two hottest hitting teams and best hitting teams in baseball, definitely in the American League. So we'll see. What will decide that series is if whether or not the who's pitching holds up. That's coming,
True that. I just, I'm in the thick of Houston, so I gotta listen to it consistently.
Oh, yeah.
All I see is orange shirts all over the place, and it just makes me want to say some things, but I don't.
Yeah, you gotta be careful out there in Texas.
I gotta leave it alone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah. So
But that game tonight, is game 5, pivotal game, and again, it's a winner takes all. But they combined for almost over 220 wins.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most in history for the playoffs. And again, this team, I think they're tied the season series at 12 games apiece, or it may be 13-12. So it's as even as it comes, and the Dodgers are going with a bullpen game as opposed to having one of their major aces on it. Although Urias, who was their 20-game winner, was supposed to start, what they decided to do is put one of their backline bullpen cats to start to maybe get 3 to 6 outs from them, then bring Urias in, and then see if they can get it, because they're going against Webb, and Webb has dominated the Dodgers all year for the Giants. So it should be a good game.
Yeah,
Low score, but it should be a good game.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. Arthur says that he's some sore losers. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't like losing to cheaters. That's all it is. I mean, it's real simple for me. That's it. You cheat, I don't want to lose to you. But that's how that go.
Yeah. Make sure you put a bookmark on that. I want to bring that back up later.
Yeah.
Cheaters and the celebration thereof. But can we just talk about some basketball?
Sure.
Y'all done with baseball? I'll be honest with you. I haven't been keeping up with baseball. I got lost, so I just let y'all do y'all thing. But if you don't mind, I want to skip over basketball. You want to jump into the hoops?
You want to jump through the hoops?
Well, not necessarily like that, because it's the off the court stuff with Mr. Kyrie Irving. Yeah, and Ben Simmons. We'll get to Kyrie first.
Okay.
It's like I don't know if you guys saw any excerpts of his little piece he did last night.
Yeah, I saw his little interview. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think, Wes?
I still think I think Kyrie is still a little bit misguided with the piece, but unlike a lot of other folks you see saying why they don't want to get it, him saying that he needs more information, I can deal with that. I can respect that. But I think what's going to end up happening for me is that the real test is if he's going to put some money back on the table. If when the money starts to leave his wallet, then I really, respect what he's saying, because him saying that he doesn't want to get it is fine with me, because he has no off the wall reasoning. He just needs more information, and he don't want to put nothing in his body. I respect that, and he's respecting he's wearing a mask, and he's isolating himself. He said he's real careful around his family, so he don't want to be around his teammates. He gets the outskirts of it. So the only problem I have with people that don't want to get vaccinated are the ones that want to be in your face, and they don't want to get vaccinated, and they still want to be in your face and look at you like you crazy because you don't want to be around them. So from that perspective, I get it. But until I understand the ramifications or the backlash he's getting, so until he probably sits out and loses money, then he'll probably get more respect from people. Because right now he's catching a lot of hell out there from way too many black people. Let me just say that. Because, we gotta, again, I'm gonna be on that, like we shouldn't have to deliver that message about him. He ain't commit no crimes. He ain't out here wilding out in the streets. The man don't want to get vaccinated. So I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I think he's sending a lot of mixed messages and what he's trying to champion or pioneer, or his whole stance on it. And I think his people lack of understanding what this is really about for him is the frustration, because again, I was definitely down on him and thinking, I thought it was a complete foolishness, but it's particularly when he said that he wanted to be the voice for the voiceless in regards to the mandates, meaning, but he's rich, he's sitting on loot, so he can't be a voice for the voiceless, because the voiceless, the truly voiceless, if they have to succumb or fold because of mandates, they losing their jobs, they're losing their income, they're in a different pay scale than Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? So again, I didn't agree with him in regards to him being a voice for the voiceless. But then you hear him today, and he's talking about basically that he was under the impression that he was going to be able to play under an exemption. So that's basically what he came out to say, which is why I sort of now fall back and basically want to see what he's going to do with it, because he says he was under the assumption, he was ready to ball, he's in shape the whole 9 yards, that he was going to be able to play under a particular exemption. Now, you also have to take into consideration it's only New York, LA, and San Francisco that has the mandate. So again, while the NBA thinks a lot of other cities will follow suit, right now he's playing in one of the 3 states, cities that are targeted, and he was under the impression that he was going to be either exempt for it or be able to play because of it. So again, I'm interested to see, like Wes said, when the money start affecting him in that regard, how it all is going to unfold.
What up, gang?
What up, y'all? What up?
What up, Kay?
I think one of the main issues is, as far as the Nets and the organization, is that you got 41 home games. So if he can't play half of the season, is it do we really pay him? That's one of the big questions as far as the organization, as far as the Nets that they have to deal with right now. Because like you said, Cliff, it's only 3 cities, but he play in one of the cities that is mandating it. So, and unfortunately, there's 41 home games in that home city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No doubt. At first I was critical of Kyrie, right? But if somebody doesn't want to put something in their body, I can't really be mad at somebody who doesn't want to put something in their body.
Nah, you can't be mad at him at all.
You can't. I can't be mad at somebody. You can't force somebody. Just like I don't think you should be forcing women with the abortion thing. That's up to a woman.
Yep.
Right.
That's up to a woman.
It's just unfortunate, that the NBA took their stance, and that the way that from a workforce, he has to deal with it. But you can't be mad at him with how he's going about dealing with his body.
Yeah, and then at the same time, I definitely can't be mad at the state of New York and these other cities, and because coronavirus killed 700,000 people in the last year and a half.
Absolutely.
Or coronavirus, COVID related, whatever. Like, so it becomes of the individual rights versus what's good for the collective, what's good for the group.
Let me ask this though, but what, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, why, if someone like that does, like, just like upfrontly, like they say, like Andrew Wiggins and Kyrie, from a, I guess from a belief or religion standpoint, can they get? Why couldn't they just get an exemption? Just be rigorously tested, Like that's not an option. I'm sure they talked about that. They probably just said no. Everybody said no, but maybe they just should have. Maybe they were willing, or maybe they're working something like that out, where they do rigorous testing on them. Yeah. They're tested maybe every time they come in and when they go out or something. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, that came down to the actual cities. It's you can't in New York and in LA and in San Francisco as those municipalities in the city. As a worker, now you have to be vaccinated.
And then what makes Kyrie special? Because he's a basketball player, he gets an exemption.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that he getting an exemption because he's a basketball player. I'm just saying, like, if you're using, or if that's what you're that's what your belief or your religion is, that it is, I'm talking about far as any workforce. I'm talking about an everyday 9-to-5 person as well,
Well, because COVID-19 doesn't have a religion.
That's
COVID-19 doesn't have a belief system. Like it's
true.
it's a crapshoot. It's dice right now. You rolling with what you rolling. You might get COVID and nothing happens to you. Not get sick. You might get COVID and be dead. Get COVID, have some lifelong condition from it.
Right.
So it's I can't be mad at anybody for not wanting to put something in their body. Your body is your temple. That's up to you. But at the same time, we ain't all got to be victims of your choices either.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just, I'm just trying to hear both sides out. That's all.
We should narrow it down,
for sure.
I think we should narrow it down because as a regular employee of a company, if the company decides that you have to get vaccinated, you have to make a choice, right? Whether you want to work for that company or not. And the NBA is no different. So, but unlike Kyrie, I'm not going to be on the news if I make that choice. So he's working for someone that company's decided that they need to have a mandate for vaccines, just like any other corporation out there. And you just got to roll with, you got to make a decision. So when the money affects them, that's when you'll see what's really up.
Yeah, but it's tricky though. It's because we really talking about it's not the company or the NBA. It's in this case the municipalities. It's the states because again they're requiring it. Because you take Bradley Beal for example. Bradley Beal's not vaccinated.
Yeah,
and that's one of the arguments that Andrew Wiggins and Kyrie had towards the NBA because again these unvaccinated players playing in different markets can go about their business. They have to do rigorous testing. They have to do everything else. But because their city doesn't have the municipality mandates like New York, LA, and San Fran, they can go about their business.
You
go about your business, just can't go to the hospital.
Have to be traded to one of those cities.
That's an alternative right there.
That's an alternative.
Yeah.
Because again, when it's all said and done, you just have to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Get vaccinated, not get vaccinated. I mean, there's consequences if you don't do it. It's just, period. And if you, like Kyrie, work in...
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on.
I'm not saying it's as simple as that, Cliff. I'm just saying that hey, that could be, an answer to answer to both sides. When Kyrie gets what he wants, the Nets get what they want, and everybody else moves on.
All right, but here's the problem with that, though. That part of Kyrie's issues, I think, is who he is as a person. That showed his head in Cleveland, showed his head in Boston, and now is showing his head in Brooklyn. And other teams are looking at that like, is that really what we want to inherit? Maybe it's not the vaccine or the COVID shot. Maybe it's something else that Kyrie's the guy who needs days off.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say he just want time off.
Right. Kyrie, they said, Skip said that there was rumors that Kyrie went weeks in Cleveland without talking to teammates at practice. And he just go practice, but wouldn't talk to anybody.
Wow.
It's...
he definitely got issues, man. He's no doubt about it. Yeah.
And even like when you say he needs more information, nah, you don't. Not on October 14th. 2021, you don't need more information, bro. If you need more information, you wasn't trying to get information.
Yeah, this thing has been going on for long enough for anybody to get any information that they need at this point. And more importantly, outside of that, you can ask your healthcare provider at the worst case scenario after all of this time, man. So that's not an excuse at this point.
Yeah,
but again, we have to look at from what perspective Kyrie is coming at, and I agree with you, Hawk. I think it's just a matter of fact he just wants some days off. He wants more because if you look at the last few years, he was hurt going back 2 years ago. He came back, he played 21 games, and then he was out the whole year. And then he tried to champion the whole league not going into the bubble. Remember that.
Come on.
he tried to champion everybody not going into the bubble. Okay, and then we go into last year. Okay, now remember, 7 games into the season, Kyrie had to take a day off. He had to take you remember he went away for a few days. 7 games into last season. Okay,
yeah,
so again,
people thought it was bad as James Harden situation.
He had a mental health week.
Well, that's what he called it, or whatever. But what I'm saying is, so it could just be a matter of, about days off for this cat. How can I get out and not, because ultimately, because he says he's not retiring, he says he's gonna give in and get the vaccine, yo.
Leave my Jersey brother alone, man.
All I'm saying is, last year with the bubble, he said brothers should start their own league. All right, Kyrie, keep that same energy.
Yeah.
Start your own league. Come on.
Leave my Jersey brother alone.
We love our Jersey brother.
Yeah, I ain't mad at Kyrie, human highlight, but I just want to know what he's doing. That's all.
Yeah, come on, man. We need you. Come on. Brooklyn want to, with Kyrie Irving playing for the Brooklyn Nets, they're the favorite to win the chip.
And again, if you want to look at it like that, fellas, I mean, think about it. He was the cat that basically brought, it's Durant's team, but he was the cat that brought all of them there. So what type of so now he's going to bring all of them there, got everything set up, and then you're going to leave them hanging? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of whack too.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a tough one. Yeah, it's definitely a tough one.
Ulan said, hold on. He, like many, may already have the antibodies in him and not even need the vaccine. There are issues that they don't speak of because it causes too many others to come out. There's something to make you, because I know some folks who got COVID, got over it.
Me too.
And have antibodies.
Yep, and I know people who died as well. So
So you know somebody who got COVID
and died, yes,
and then got COVID again.
I know somebody who got COVID.
Lamar Jackson did. Lamar Jackson had COVID twice.
Lamar Jackson had COVID twice.
He had COVID twice. That's what I'm saying is that
yeah.
They're saying if you get COVID and get over it, right, then you have the antibodies and don't need the vaccine.
Well, he got it twice.
Well, Lamar Jackson got it twice.
Yeah, Lamar got it
right,
twice.
but even the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting it.
No, it doesn't stop you from getting it.
It just lessens the symptoms.
Yeah,
right.
Lessens the symptoms, lessens the effects.
Right.
Yes. But I guess what the basic what it boils down to, whether you have the antibodies or you don't, or you have an immune system and you've been doing things to take care of yourself, there's still the chance of people around you, like your parents, like your kids, that may not have the same type of immune system that you do. So there's a lot of different factors we all got to think about, and there's a lot of information out there.
Right. No, so the yes, but the point that people are making is that what the body does with the vaccine, right?
Mm-hmm.
It also does when it comes in contact with the virus and defeats it. The body builds up antibodies, right? That actually is stronger than the vaccine.
Yeah.
That still doesn't mean you can't get it.
It still doesn't mean you can't
get it. Just like with the vaccine.
Yes.
It still doesn't mean you can't get it.
Yeah.
Still doesn't mean you can't pass it.
Yep.
Well, this is what my understanding of it is. As far as the vaccine as well as the antibodies, there is a time thing on that. Even the time of you having it, you develop the antibodies, but the antibodies eventually are going to wear out. Just as well as the vaccine. That's why they're talking about the booster.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So,
but the truth of the real simple thing is this with Kyrie is they require it for you to work in New York. Are you going to work in New York? Or you're not going to work in New York. If you're not going to take it, then you can't. I mean, now it's just that simple. Now, what he's saying, what he finally came out and said was that he was under the assumption, based on what he was being told, that, he would be able, for whatever reason, be able to get around it. But now we know you can't. So again, now it's just, are you going to take it or are you not going to take it? Because you can't work in New York if you're not going to take it.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, obviously he's not working in New York, so at this point he's not taking it.
Well,
So you gotta just see, if he does eventually take it or not. And that's really what it comes down to. And I
Basically.
mean, yeah, and then at the end of the day, man, it's him. It's his body. It's his money. It's his life. So, he knows, what he needs to do to move forward. I mean, even off the court, maybe who's going to say that Kyrie, I'm sure he wants to play basketball, but
he said he does.
If he stays strong in his stance and he doesn't, maybe he's fine, with living with that choice and going on to do something else. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, we wish the best for Kyrie Irving.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Yes.
And I want to put a disclosure out there.
No.
We're not out here trying to judge anybody whether they do it or not. We respecting everybody's decision. But we all do have an individual choice, and respectfully, we got to just live with that. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, moving along.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. What's Ben Simmons going to do? I think he reported to camp, didn't he?
He did.
He showed up.
Yeah, he did.
Showed up, and
I think he got the first debit check from Philly. And he didn't like how that looked. He lost a 0, and he was like, "Oh hell no!" But I was listening to a lot of stuff on like the XM radio about Ben Simmons, and a lot of people was out there trying to like paint him as a victim, and I just can't go down that rabbit hole with people. He's not a victim. He caused his whole situation. Like Doc Rivers could have handled it differently, but Doc Rivers didn't say anything disparaging. All he said was he don't know. He just don't know. Like that could have done something different. Yeah, he could have, but not knowing is because he don't know. He didn't say he was sorry as hell. He didn't say he sold me out in the playoffs. He just said, "Hey, I don't know because I don't see the man shoot, so I can't tell you if he can do it or not because he won't shoot the ball." And he didn't even say that. He just said, "I don't know." So, and Embiid just said, he thinks that layup that he didn't take changed the series, right? So, again, he didn't say he lost the series for me. He said he just thinks it changed the momentum. But he did that. So, own that. Own it. Lace up your sneakers and get better. That's it.
And Ben Simmons did a lot more than that. Again, he did everything and need to own everything he did this past playoff year. You know what I'm saying? But remember, he's been having issues in Philadelphia going back 4 years, yo. You know what I'm saying? He's had issues with the previous coach, the previous, how they were using the I mean, and again, his biggest, knock on him is the fact that he's not working on his game. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Has he worked on his game?
Obviously not.
Has he improved his jump shot? Has he improved his free throw? You know what I'm saying? So again, this is nothing but Ben's all on Ben to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I guess he's back in the fold, and they're trying to convince him to stay, which would be cool if it happens. But again, this shouldn't be a woe is me, and it should be this is all on Ben, yo.
It's all on Ben. Yeah. Uline hit it on the head. It's about his heart, man. That's it. It's about his heart. He got his feelings hurt because he's soft. So he got his feelings hurt.
Wes just be he's soft. Nah, I knocked that nigga out myself. Where you at?
No, I'm just saying, like, his game is soft. It's not about fighting. His basketball game is soft. Period. That's really what it is. It's okay to say that. That's part of being an athlete. I think that's what they do. His ball game is not equipped for failure. He doesn't know how to handle it. He's been going through life with everybody telling him how great he is. Come on.
That's right.
That's his real talk.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, Doc could have handled that better, no doubt. But at the same time, I mean, he just said the truth. It was facts.
That's it.
In a moment like that, it's like, okay, it's Doc Rivers. You're supposed to know how to, massage a situation a little better than that. I get it. But when you think of the situation that happened and how that went down, it left man, I don't know. Really, come on. Embiid wasn't having it. He wasn't happy. Yeah. They went back to the locker room. There was probably a lot of screaming, a lot of name calling. It was probably kind of tense. A lot was on the line, and he fumbled. Y'all been there. Not like that though.
Hey man, I mean, like you said, Doc is more. Doc should be more seasoned. Is seasoned enough to know how to handle that a little better. But he didn't say too much anything that was bad.
I don't know. It's not really killing him. He just said, I don't know.
And again,
it was right after them taking the L. Doc wasn't happy. So it's like he just was like, you know what, man? I don't know. It's almost basically like saying, you know, after you get it over with, hey man, do you think you had enough, man? You know what? I don't know. We got to go back and assess our and look at everything and look at everything.
But the thing is, the it was so horrible. It was so horrible that everybody knew. Like Doc Rivers didn't have to answer. Everybody knew what the answer was. Nah, he ain't gonna be here next year.
Yeah.
And Doc didn't want to say that, so he was like, I don't know. I don't know.
And we don't know how he's been.
After that shit, I don't know.
But what if Doc kind of was coming after Ben walked out after the dressing room, and Ben might have came back into the dressing room and was like, you know what, whatever, you know what, whatever, I'm out of here. And Doc might have just, you know, that could have been a reflection of what Ben was saying.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So when Doc went in there and they asked Doc that question, Doc was like, you know what, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
He didn't know. I don't know. That's yeah. It was way too fresh. It was way too early to ask him that question. And the bottom line is the dude just did not show up in that series or in the postseason. So we just want him to be the man that they paid him to be. He got an extension. Philly invested in him already. It wasn't like they made him hold him up for his money. He got his money. They let him know they wanted him, and you know.
And if you look at all of the responses of like Embiid and Doc, it was like utter frustration. You know what I'm saying? So besides the series, you know, what about all the things that's been going on in practice, all the things that's been talked about over the years, over the season, all that? You know what I'm saying? Because that looked like utter frustration in Doc. He was just like, no, I just don't know. He's lost. And it was the same thing with Embiid. It was frustration. It was just.
Well, I think it's obviously built up stuff too. You know, that wasn't just about last year. That was about, you know, year or two prior as well. You know, because they you know, now it started coming out that there was rumbles about, you know, Ben not working on his game in the offseason. That wasn't before that season. I mean, just with the playoffs, you know, that was the off season leading up to everything. And they probably just was like, yo, dude, you got to work on certain things, man. So if if you practice with a guy and you play with a guy, you know their weakness. So those Embiid didn't fully throw him under the bus, but I'm sure Embiid, I guarantee you Embiid know his weakness. So Embiid is probably like, yo, dude, I mean, like, yo, he needs to work on his game, like, seriously, because he's not taking it serious as everybody else out here. But then again, I do like Danny Green's thing. Danny Green's like, nobody's asking him to shoot. We got shooters, you know, and that is the attitude you got to have. And that's the part that Ben is wrong at, because it's just like, you should work on your game, but at the same time, man, you get paid millions of dollars. You can't take all this personal, man. You win some, you lose some. You got the press going to come at you. You messed up. You choked out a little bit. Your confidence was down. Come back this year with even more confidence.
That's it.
And keep the ball to the shooters, man. Nobody's asking Ben Simmons to throw up threes.
Nah. He don't have to shoot threes for me.
Yeah,
you just gotta be competitive.
But you know, his mid range has gotta. Like, you got to be able to count on him in key moments, and that he can hit a shot, and he won't even take the shot.
Make a free throw. That's
a free throw.
Certain things you can improve, you know, like start with the free throw line, whatever. But you got to certainly change his mentality. You know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying?
The ball.
You don't need him to be a shooter, but you need him to be, you know, not scared to take shots.
Yeah.
Well, I don't agree, man. I don't agree. I think that it depends on what you expect from a person, man. We didn't expect Rodman to shoot jump shots.
No.
We don't expect Rodman to rebound. You didn't expect Shaq to throw up no shots, like no jumpers. Shaq, get down low and do your thing. So it could be done like that with a player, man. Like Ben Simmons don't have to be able to shoot threes, man.
Well, the difference is he has the ball in his hand. So if we know you're not gonna shoot, or if you shoot, you're gonna be low percentage, I could sag off on you. I could drop off you. I really don't have to play you. You're not gonna do nothing with it. He got to be
okay.
at least a decent. He got to be.
I've seen a lot of Sixers. I've seen a lot of Sixers games. Like Ben Simmons comes in the lane a lot. He goes in. Ben Simmons a dunk on you. He'll go to the bucket. You know, he just like he lost his confidence last in the
Yeah, but that confidence, he's always had issues with shooting, like taking the shot.
Well, that is
he won't even shoot. It's not even. He's not good. He won't even shoot.
I think his lack of aggression came from the fact that he couldn't make free throws.
Right.
So which when you're a point guard and you have the ball in your hand, and even if and you have no aggression and you're not a threat on the court, you become a liability. Right. And he had lost his confidence because he couldn't make free throws, and he didn't want to get fouled. So he didn't want the ball. He didn't want no parts of the ball. So it was a hot potato to him. So which really forced him not to be able to not be a threat going to the hole, because he didn't even want to get to the hole because he didn't want to get fouled. Right, yeah. So he couldn't kick it to anybody, to the real shooters, because he didn't want the ball. He couldn't set anybody up because he didn't want to have the ball. That's what it really ended up being. Like he was just a pick setter and an interim passer. He was like, a second, a kicker. He was just kicking it like between the person that's really going to get the ball and the person that gave him the ball.
And if you think about from a Doc Rivers standpoint and from a coach standpoint, if you're a liability and you can't make free throws, I can't play you down the stretch when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Exactly.
Yeah. That was it.
And we ain't talking about 50%. We talking about that cat shoot 30% from the line. You know what I'm saying? So he's terrible,
Pretty awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
pretty awful.
So NBA preseason.
It's preseason.
Yeah, it's preseason. Lakers is what they're 0-5.
Yeah.
0-5. Wes, you actually, three of us had talked at various points on the week about the Lakers and our concern or lack of concern. It's preseason, not a lot to be expected. However, we talking about Russell Westbrook, Wes. Old habits die hard. And
agreed.
You are who you are. That's not to say he can't change. I'm just hoping that he can modify his game enough to fit into a system that isn't speed up out of control. We don't need that.
I got you. I think we agree to a certain extent on it. I think that at the end of the day, the way he can modify it is going to be determined by whether or not Anthony Davis wants to be the man.
Yes.
And the more responsibility that LeBron and Westbrook feel they have to take because Anthony Davis doesn't step up is going to be a detriment to the LA Lakers. So if LeBron and Anthony Davis have to lead that, LeBron and Westbrook have to be 1A and 1B to lead the Lakers, and Anthony Davis rides in the back seat, the Lakers have no chance. Yep. If Anthony Davis is the number one option, then I think Westbrook and LeBron will cater their games and tailor their games because they want to feed the beast, and I think they'll have success. That's how I think he can change. But if he got to be the same dude, that means LeBron got to be the same dude, and that means that Anthony Davis not going to have the ball, and that's not going to work.
No. Well, I like the recipe sounds good, Wes, but to be honest with you, I'll get worried about Anthony Davis carrying a load and that cat's body holding up. You know what I'm saying? And he just seems like you say soft. I mean, he just doesn't seem like that type of cat that can take that. Now, I think with that sort of philosophy, you give that cat three quarters of the load as far as like team, and then LeBron, you alternate between LeBron and Westbrook, whereas they step up one night a week each and take the reins, then I think it can work. But leaning on AD all year, I just think he seems brittle, yo.
Let me rephrase my leaning on AD. I don't think he has to carry a load. What I'm saying is he just has to be AD enough And LeBron and Westbrook are already established enough of what they can do. And if he becomes AD, just by being AD, the load is easy for all of them because those two guys know how to play the game in a different way. And Westbrook just wants to win. And LeBron is a chameleon on the court. He just wants to fill in the gaps, right? So he wants to do what everyone else doesn't want to do, or he fill in what he has to. So all we need from Anthony Davis is just to be Anthony Davis. You can't be a 3-point scorer or 8-point scorer. You got to be 25 a night because Giannis and Embiid give you 25 a night.
Yeah,
he's got to be. He's got to be the dog.
I totally agree. If he don't come out there just like with just the animal in him every night, man, and put up like Wes said, at least 25. I mean, shoot, I'll say 28. 30. 28 to 30 a night and about 12 rebounds a night, then the Lakers ain't going nowhere. If they do, then the Lakers will be up. The Lakers are going to be really tough.
It's on AD, and I definitely don't want to depend on Westbrook or LeBron having to close.
No. They shouldn't have to. It should be a rotation of closers on that team. There's a lot of guys that can make a shot, right? Yeah. But if AD plays, everyone's game, including the role players, is easier if AD just shows up. And 25 is his average. The games that Cliff is talking about are the 35 and 40 games. That's going to happen if you just show up 20, get to 25, because you're going to have hot days, but you should be able to put down 25 and 12. We should be able to write that down.
Yeah. You know what I think is going to be a very important piece to this puzzle down the stretch? Playoff Rondo.
Yep.
I think Rondo's going to end up being the man.
He is.
Yeah.
And down the stretch in big games, Rondo's going to be in that game. They're going to put Rondo in there.
I watched one game with Malik Monk, and he looked very smooth. And I was like, this is what I'm saying. When you're around talented guys, your role changes and your real game can shine because you got guys that understand the game and you can reel it back but be more effective in your game because you're playing with people that understand their role, and now you can really play your role versus playing outside of yourself and getting yourself in trouble, and now y'all all go down. But when you play with guys that know how to play, like Malik Monk, he looked like a total different dude out there.
Totally different.
Like who's that guy?
I'm gonna tell you another person that he's been there for a minute, and I think he's gonna embrace his role, and he's gonna help him a lot more now too. THT.
Oh yeah, Tim too. Yeah. Again, it's the same exact scenario. So it really is, to me, is all on AD. The whole process.
Well, let's turn away from the Lakers and just the league in general. Who y'all feeling so far? I mean, it's just easy without no doubt. But anybody catch your eye? Anybody surprising?
I saw Boston one night, and I like how they were moving the basketball. They got about 12 guys that could play. I like Horford being back there.
That'll definitely be a major upgrade for them, and some cohesiveness. But you know who I like, Cock? I like Dallas, man. I like what Jason Kidd's doing, and I'm liking what how he's saying. I mean, even though you saw it a little bit, I mean, I only watched 2 of their games so far, but Porzingis is looking kind of tight, and Jason Kidd is speaking real highly of him, saying how his confidence together and that so-called rift between him and Luka is just overblown. So if he can get him playing, and they'll be a good team to watch.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be good. Kidd doing a better job of communicating with Luka and Porzingis. I think Carlisle didn't do a good job of communicating because he had a rift with Luka and he just kind of shut down and it affected Porzingis. So I think Kidd is going to do a good job there. They're going to be good. They're going to be tough. They're going to be tough.
I think the key with them, and even Porzingis, which has always been, is injuries.
Yeah.
Can't stay on the court. He's always hurt.
Yeah, he is always hurt. You're right. I agree.
So who's the favorite out of the West for you guys? Right now.
I mean, I think you got to say the Lakers, but I mean, it's close because Golden State is right there, Denver is right there, Phoenix is right there, Utah is right there. I mean, it's It's close, but
You got the
Lakers stay
Clippers,
healthy.
and you still got the Clippers right there. Kawhi is not playing until probably next year, but you still got the Clippers. You can't count the Clippers out. They did good without Kawhi down the stretch last year too.
They did. They did.
They say Kawhi is supposed to play towards the end of the year, but see, my own thing with the Clippers is how is their record going to be getting into the playoffs going through the season without him? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're going to be around that 7-8 seed, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to the upper 4 seed, which they usually are. So that's where it's going to get tricky.
Yeah, and Denver's still out there too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you got teams on the come up like, Memphis.
I'm hearing the Kings looking kind of nice.
Kings, the Kings look good too. So,
and I like what Chauncey Billups brings to the Portland Trailblazers, a new voice.
Yeah.
We'll just see how McCullough and Lillard look with him and as a coach. I think he's gonna make them a little tougher.
I'm gonna tell you one y'all didn't. I don't think y'all named too. That might be kind of tough. I saw them playing last night. Utah. Let's not count Utah out.
Yeah.
Utah. They beat Milwaukee last night, right?
Utah got shooters, and they got Hassan Whiteside there backing up Gobert now. They got some, and they got gunners that can shoot the three. So if they healthy, watch out for Utah too.
Yeah, Utah, they're always a threat because
who won that Milwaukee game? The Utah Milwaukee game.
They won it. They
won.
Yeah,
man. So okay, what's up with the East Side? New York Knicks? Anybody? How about the Knicks?
Going nowhere.
They're looking good. They still. I'm a Knicks fan, but they still look good. I mean, they got all of it. They re-signed everybody, and again, East is going to be competitive, but I don't think anyone's running away with it. I don't think so.
No, come on, man. Ain't nobody dealing with Brooklyn over there, and Milwaukee. But you got to think the middle of the pack teams, like the problem for the Knicks now, the Chicago Bulls is the problem for the Knicks now. Because Chicago wasn't in the mix last year. Chicago is a whole different team now.
That's true.
And Miami,
a whole different team. Yeah.
So like the Knicks, man, and then Atlanta's still there. So the Knicks, I mean, I can see the Knicks possibly making the playoffs, but they're going to be one of the bottom barrels.
So where's Philly without Ben Simmons? They say he doesn't play with them this year. I mean, what are they?
Middle of the pack.
Man. Embiid, how many years you think he has peak Embiid before it's
3? I think 3, and I think it's going to be a wrap with him.
Wow.
Yeah, he's already a big body that kind of moves kind of slow. So I agree with Wes. Probably about 3 more.
Now we gotta be careful how we talk about the 76ers. Bob Rita Springer is in the building. Go 76ers, you best believe.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, and you said the favorite out of Milwaukee, Brooklyn is what we're looking at.
Yeah, I was comparing Embiid, AD, and Giannis to Hawk. I was just saying how you got those 3 big men, and AD is clearly the best skilled player out of all 3. Giannis is clearly the biggest dog out of all 3, and Embiid is like probably does the best in game. He's the best in game of all 3 with his skill set. Because you figure AD can shoot threes better than Embiid, but Embiid does everything better than average. But Giannis is a killer, and AD isn't. And AD to me should be doing what Giannis does, but a lot more refined. And that's what they need. And Milwaukee is not going to be an easy out because you let a dog get a championship.
Yeah.
So they're going to be tough. They could.
Milwaukee is going to be tough, though.
They're going to be tough.
It ain't like whoever go against them, it's going to be a dog fight for real.
Yeah.
And then you got to think Milwaukee got through it. They lost, PJ Tucker left them now. But, they got DiVincenzo didn't play with them last year. He was out. So they got and I think they signed somebody else too. I still knew on that squad, but Milwaukee's gonna be tough, man.
They're gonna be tough. They play at their own pace. Like Middleton and Giannis, they just do what they do the way they do it, and and they're gonna live and die with it. And now they're champions, and they I think like Golden State, once you gave them a championship, like guys like Clay and Draymond and Steph, they're killers too. And when you show somebody that light, man, they hard to beat after that.
Yeah, I gotta say though, after this whole, with Kyrie and the way they lost last year in the playoffs, Kevin Durant, I can't imagine him taking any prisoners.
No,
and James Harden for that. Like they look at themselves as they were supposed to be in the chip.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant can say that, man. I think we gotta slow down. I'm not gonna go in on him, but we gotta slow down on Harden just a little bit until he actually does it. Like we keep giving him the benefit of the doubt every year because he's that nice. I get it. I get it. But
he putting up numbers, bro. He came in.
Yeah, but what he did in the playoffs,
he did nothing in the playoffs.
He did nothing in the playoffs because of.
You could say he was hurt. You could say he was hurt, but the bottom line is he did nothing. It don't matter. So, I mean, the years with Houston, he was hurt or wasn't hurt, did nothing. So like Wes said, he has to do something before.
Yeah, I give it to him during the regular season. But let me ask you a question: how do you get hurt 47 seconds into a postseason game? Because you didn't do the work at game 1 of 82. That's how that happens.
Well,
you didn't do work a month and a half before game 1 of 82.
Mm-hmm.
That's the work. That the work is in the off season, keeping your body up to par. Like when you see these players like LeBron or whoever invest $1 million into their body, the Tom Brady's, like they look at their body as a machine and they invest in it like that.
Yeah,
James Harden, I mean, he's a beast.
Yeah,
but when you down the stretch, like you said, something happens, and the greatest ability
leaking oil, transmission fluid.
Yeah, but we can't forget. We can't forget he came into the season fat and out of shape by choice to try to, fatten his way out of Houston. So I mean, and it came back to bite him down the stretch because again, hammy 30 seconds into game 1. What you gonna do?
Same thing with AD though. That's a question with AD, man.
Same thing with AD, man.
AD's engine light stay on too. So
He always got his engine light on. Like
like dude, bro,
always on empty. Like you can drive your car.
Get that fixed, son. Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. So, all right, let's hop out the NBA, and we got more serious conversation. Our next topic.
Unfortunately,
John Gruden, Chucky.
Oh my goodness.
He said, "What's his name?
John
Candy.
Who's John Candy?
Who
Calvin Candy, John Candy, John Gruden, Calvin Candy, Slave Master. Master John.
Yeah,
Master John said that what is his exact title? DeMaurice Smith,
the NFL Players Union rep.
Yeah.
Said he had
Michelin
tire lips.
Really?
That's what he said.
He said, like that's people say that's racist. That's racist. It's racist. It's bigotry.
It's bigotry.
Right? It's bigotry. The racism is that John Gruden had the job where he's oversees black men, and his success is built off the back of black men, and that's how he sees black men, and that's how he sees gay people, that's how he sees women. But he's allowed to thrive and make millions and millions of dollars off the backs of blacks. Even the black coach in Tampa Bay, Tony Dungy, who left him an organization to go with a chip with. You know what I mean? You just ride. And it's just something else, man. It's It's the obvious. We all knew. You knew. Cliff, KG, you know these conversations go on and how we're perceived, how they see us. It's just something else for it to be public, and we can go see. Dave Chappelle was right. Told you.
I'm just curious because 650,000 emails are out there that gotta have Colin Kaepernick's name on it. Gotta have a whole bunch of black coaches' names on them. Gotta have a bunch of people that kneeled, their names on it.
Yeah.
Gotta have a bunch of owners involved. All that's out there. Out there. And that's the interesting part to me. Like John Gruden is a small potato in this big problem. I mean, they sacrificed him because they wanted to go away. But if they talking about privacy, why was his emails leaked and not nobody else's?
Didn't they say Dan Snyder was trying to get some emails like hitting or something with somebody or whatever?
They said Snyder. They said everybody was scrambling. I mean, Jerry Jones pleaded the fifth yesterday. I don't have. I was like, Mark Davis was like he didn't have a comment. That's the NFL. They got the emails. Like, so the owners don't want to be accountable because they already know that there wasn't 650,000 emails from John Gruden.
No, it wasn't.
So that's really what we should be focusing on. But we're gonna let this. It's gonna slip away, just like the Redskins investigation. People forgot they were investigating the Redskins. That's how they came up with the emails.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, Snyder was out there trying to hide those. He went to court to try to hide those joints.
Who did that? Who went to court? Snyder?
Yeah, Snyder. Yeah.
Snyder, the Redskins owner. He tried to let those emails and none of that stuff get out. It's a lot of emails he tried to cover up.
Yeah. Well, the comfort level was crazy that they could write those emails on a company email. They didn't even go to their Google chat.
Well, see, that's where it gets kind of testy because again, Bruce Allen, the president, was basically responding to John Gruden from his personal email. So again, that's where they're trying to decide, what we're going to make public and what we're not going to make public. But again, there's a lot out there, and I think there's a lot that's going to come to light.
I do too. I don't think John Gruden is going to be the sacrificial lamb. He's just the first.
Not the only one.
He's the first domino to drop.
Yeah, he's the first domino to drop. Yeah,
Yep.
because if this is ongoing investigation is not stopping. They got to parse through those 650,000 emails.
Yeah,
to see what's what. Some stuff will come out the light, but it's interesting. It's just in the reaction to what was said about DeMaurice Smith versus the reaction to the other things when he coached after it was found out he said these things about the players rep.
Yeah,
he coached. And then the other things came out.
He was out of there.
Whack!
Yeah.
See you.
Off with the head.
Yeah, man. So this is interesting. Again, Dave Chappelle was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Don Gruden's. Wait a minute. Sorry about that, y'all.
How's America's team doing, guys?
Oh, we great. Oh, yeah, we're NFL.
Oh, yeah.
That's a loaded question. I didn't want to answer that because he looked away. He looking another way. It's got so many backdrops to that question.
Y'all feeling yourself right now. Y'all feeling yourself, and y'all looking okay. I ain't gonna say good. Y'all looking okay. Mm-hmm. Y'all feeling yourself right now. The fans out here, they on social media, just hoorah and going all around. I'm like, all right, okay, let's just wait. Give it a minute.
I guess I'll ask you this question, KG. What are we waiting for?
We waiting for the playoffs.
Okay, I mean, and they can lose in the playoffs, so it's different though. I mean, they look like a legitimate team now. Like
they do.
They look like a really good team that that could actually do something, not win at all, because I think that's a little bit ahead of itself. But I think they're gonna be competitive. I think in the playoffs they could be competitive.
Why not?
I
honestly, and I mean, I'm the number one Cowboy hater. I ain't even gonna front. But I'm looking at the Bucks right now. And I'm not even going off of the first game that they played with them, which was a good game. But I'm just looking at the Bucks as a whole and their defense, and looking at how the Cowboys are playing their offense and their defense. I can see the Cowboys potentially beating them, man. Like, yeah. Why not? I mean, same with the Rams. Like, the Rams is good, okay. But I mean, I think the Cowboys is right there with all of them. And the Cardinals are really good right now, but I'm not chalking the Cardinals up. You know, I'm not there.
I'm not sold.
Can I say something?
I like the Cardinals.
Can I say something? So, Cowboys, was my squad. I'm still kind of half on, half off. I like to see them win. I like to see them do their thing. I've been paying attention. I'm loving what I'm seeing. They got some linebackers coming back, right, this week.
Linemen.
Right? Linemen.
Yeah.
I think we need help. I'm still not sold on the linebacker crew. Even though Mike is doing his thing, he's phenomenal. I got that. There's just I don't know if it's coverages or whatever, but we get a lot. We give up a lot in the midfield.
Yeah, but Hot, you got to pay attention. We just let go Jalen Smith.
They just got rid of Jalen Smith.
Got rid of Jalen Smith.
We let go of him. And again, the way I'm looking at it, and I'm real high on the Cowboys. Obviously, I'm a fan. I'm a homer the whole 9 yards. But that defense is playing, and they're playing better every week. Yeah, and if they're able to let go of Smith, then that's because of these young cats, KD and all these other young linebackers. They're playing. They're really, flying to the ball, playing with their, they're just all around. I mean, they're really taking it to another level every week. You see them getting better and better and better. And again, this defense was atrocious last year, bro. Yeah, it was. They had no idea what they were doing. Yeah, so and if they're playing like this,
right?
Yeah, and they're letting linebackers go. If they did, they want to get rid of his contract. That lets me believe that they got some things. You said, the linebackers need to be addressed. If they let him go, that lets me know that they know what's in the pipeline. They know who's playing better. That's not one of their concerns. And everything we see about the defense is good about the defense. You know what I'm saying?
So outside of that, coaching for me. I'm worried about coaching.
That's the coaching is the when KG asked me why not, and I was gonna say coaching, and that's Mike McCarthy. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that worries me about the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy.
That's it. Yep. I'm with you, Wes. I can
go with that.
Yeah, that's it. Other than that, I'm a big believer in people paying their dues. Like I would love to see Bieniemy and my man Byron Leftwich get a job next year as OCs, but I already know the Cowboy coach is he's going to get a job already. But when you look at the play calling is off the hook. And I've been watching the Cowboys for a lot of years. He got a lot better with the play calling. But
they already propping Kellen Moore up for that job, yo.
Mm-hmm. I know he's going to be the next Cowboy coach.
Yeah.
Gary's not going to let him go. He's going to be the next Cowboy coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But they look good. I look at the other teams. Like if I look at football right now, the AFC has got everybody's high on Buffalo. I'm a Baltimore Raven dude, man.
I'm a Chargers dude.
Yo, so Lamar don't got no help. Lamar don't got no help. He don't have none of the weapons everybody else has.
If he just hold on to the ball, he's unstoppable.
Yes.
I hate to say it because they are all my enemies over in the north, but it's either the Ravens or the Browns, yo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Browns are good too. But I guess with Baker Mayfield, their running game is off the chains.
No, the Browns are the truth. The Browns just don't know how to use Odell. I mean, he had 3. How do you have Odell? You score 42 points and lose, and he only has 3 targets.
I think they're going to trade him.
But they got a squad, yo.
Odell?
I think they're going to trade Odell.
They need to.
They might have to because he ain't no way Odell is happy there right now.
No. He's not happy at all.
Where could Odell go? That would make a lot of sense.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo got receivers, all right?
They got Diggs.
But they got somebody else over there too, right?
They got Cole Beasley. They could get another receiver. They got Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah.
Kansas City. Like somebody mentioned today that Kansas City should trade Mikael Hartman for Odell.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
would be nice.
Again, we need to watch Kansas
Juju
City.
got hurt. What about Pittsburgh?
Shoot, we ain't got no quarterback to be up there again. Like they'll be like, man, I ain't going there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I forgot about Big Ben.
He got to go somewhere with a quarterback, man.
Yeah. No, but they need to trade him. Baltimore would be interesting.
Baltimore would be very interesting.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
That would be crazy.
Real interesting.
Yeah, it would run defense is crazy. You wouldn't know what to do.
I really like what he's doing, man. Like the other night, like when they played the Colts, at the end of the day, they said that Lamar Jackson is the sixth quarterback since 2012 to ever have over 440 yards, 425 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. And the names on the list was Brady, Manning, Roethlisberger, him, and Mahomes. So like all that, and this is they called it pocket passing. So that's the stigma against him. He can't pocket pass. So he did it all the other night, man, and with no weapons. That's what I'm trying to say. Really, he has no running game, and his receivers nobody really knows anybody but his tight end, maybe.
Oh, Andrews, Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
He gets his number 1 draft pick, his top receiver back this week, though.
Okay.
So that'll be good to watch. But again, they've been playing above their head. Yeah, they've been squeaking some out, yo.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna come down to earth. I think definitely Lamar is the MVP right now. But I think they may come back to earth next couple of weeks. They got the Chargers this week.
It's gonna be a good game.
You know who might be MVP? Dak Prescott.
Oh, Dak is in there.
He's in there.
Dak is in there. So is Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray's in there. I know you don't want to hear that, KG. But unfortunately, it is what it is.
Hey, man, it's that time, K. You know, hopefully it's for the whole season. But even if it's just a window, you gotta ride this out, bro.
Yeah. But let's stay on this for a second. I don't mean to dig it in, K. But what Dak is doing. First of all, the offense is off the hook. The offense is they got you on every different levels. They're on a pace for Dak to throw for over 4,500 yards, 2,000-yard receivers, and 2,000-yard backs. But I just want to really talk about what Dak is doing as far as manipulating the line of scrimmage, always calling, putting us in the right play. It's like he's playing chess. Everybody's playing checkers, and there's no one that's even come close to even stopping the Cowboys the last couple weeks, yo. I mean,
No. Stop it. Stop. Y'all squeaked that out against the Chargers. What do you mean?
Yeah, we did.
Well,
y'all squeaked that out with the Chargers. What do you mean nobody came close? Y'all squeaked that out with the Chargers.
We did.
They came close, but they didn't succeed. And again, that was a road win, and we scored the most on them than anyone has, all year. And again, that's a top defense. But
they had two touchdowns called back on them, man.
Listen, we can't help it that
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that I'm just answering. I'm just saying.
We could have lost that game. We could have lost that game.
Yeah.
Just like we could have won the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think our record is what it should be either way, because we could have lost the Tampa, we could have lost the Charger game, and we could have won the Tampa game. And the other 3 games, we blew the doors off of the person I told y'all that we need to slow our roll on Sam Darnold. I was like, pump your brakes. He's still Sam Darnold. Let's look at his last 2 weeks. 3 interceptions last week, 2 interceptions the week before. So he is who he is. And we played the Giants. I mean, the Giants lost all their players, in the game. Daniel Jones had a concussion. Saquon had a freak accident. So we caught some breaks out there.
And speaking of that, really quick, like how do you guys feel like just like with the Giants and Saquon, man? Like it's just like that. Like this guy can't stay on the field either.
Yeah.
We can't give him, like, when people name him as a top back, you can't, because we haven't even seen him be a top back but 1 year, right?
Yeah. The greatest ability is availability.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't stay on the field.
If you're not
available, we can't go there.
We can't play around. We plan around you. We can't. There's no way to game plan for you.
Yeah.
So
I don't believe
it is what it is.
Now.
Yeah, but we has an ankle, right? It's like a twisted ankle.
Yeah.
So it's not a major injury. He'll be back.
Nah, yes, that is.
It looks really bad.
Really?
If you twisted the way he did, and that joint had a golf, you get that golf ball on that outside like that. That's a wild, yo.
It was ugly. It's about a 3 to 4 week. I think it's a 3 to 4 weeker, if you ask me.
Right, but I'm saying he doesn't have any internal like ligament damage, structural damage to the ankle. It's nothing like that. It's just something he's got. He'll be off his feet for a minute, and he got a rehab. Yeah, but it's not like
He'll be back.
Yeah, he ain't just jumping. He ain't jumping back out there within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then you talk about the end of the season. You talk 4 weeks turns into 6 weeks, and we're at week 6 right now.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about the Giants that I found out. That kid, Ladarius Toney, is a problem.
Yeah,
he is an absolute problem. I mean, his wiggle ability with the ball in his hand in traffic was crazy. Like he had good hands, and he was a beast. He almost had 200 yards against the Cowboys.
Yeah, he did good. He did good.
But he's on the Giants, so I'm not really worried, because they'll find a way to lose him. They don't know how to handle guys with personality. They like you to be a straight and narrow in the Giants uniform. You can't have any type of personality as a Giant. You got to be vanilla as vanilla gets on the Giants.
Exactly.
They don't like nobody with no type of personality.
Nah, man.
On that squad.
Yep. Except for LT.
Yeah, well, LT was just because he had Parcells. Because Parcells was for football players. He didn't care about the other stuff. Yeah. Yep.
So where we at now? So week 6. We got this upcoming week. What we looking at?
Well, the game of the week is the Chargers and the Ravens. That's the game of the week. Would y'all agree?
Yeah,
probably. Yep.
That made my list.
That made your list? I got the we got the Bucks and the Eagles about to kick off in a few minutes. Then we got the Battle of Florida with the Dolphins and the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And then we got
that's in London.
Yeah. And we got the Vikings and the Panthers Sunday. And we have the Chargers and the Ravens. Game of the week. Rams and the Giants. Texans and the Colts. The Chiefs and the Redskins.
So speaking of the Colts, right fast. They caught a win last week.
No, they lost.
They lost?
The Ravens came back.
The Ravens.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Ravens came back on them.
I'm talking. See, I'll be smoking too much. They came back on them.
Yeah,
that's right. Because Wentz was doing his thing, and then
Wentz played well.
Wentz played well. That was the point that I was trying to make. Wentz played well.
He played well.
He actually did, and I've been on the record calling Wentz a bum.
He had a good game.
He had a good game, and that's what that they came back and whooped that ass. But he had a good game. I was like, okay, I got to jive West about Carson Wentz this week.
Yeah, he had a good game. He he had his 14th good game of his career because he was 12-1. He got hurt, so that was his 14th good game.
But he still caught an L, so that's that.
He caught the L.
Who the Cowboys got this week, or they got to buy?
The Patriots.
Nah, Patriots.
Oh,
that's a win.
Okay.
In New England.
That's a win.
They haven't beaten the Patriots in 20 years.
Which is why
I got the Patriots this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you do.
Mm-hmm.
let me find out who somebody else is playing this week. Oh, y'all got Russell Wilson on Sunday Night Football.
Russell Wilson is out. We got Geno Smith.
Oh, y'all got Geno Smith. Oh no.
They lucked out.
They lucked out. Don't sleep.
Seattle he played good last week.
Yeah, he did.
Good last game.
He did.
If that dude didn't slip, that was going to be a completion. The wide receiver fell down.
Yeah.
The wide receiver fell down. I was like, damn.
Yeah, Geno impressed me. I was shocked, but Geno got up in there and did his thing last week.
He did.
Yo, big shout out to Moo Brown, Moo Brizzle in the building.
Moo Brown, what up, Moo?
Yeah, man. So who else we got?
You got
Lions.
You got the Raiders and the Broncos, Cardinals and the Browns. That's going to be another good game. The Cardinals and the Browns are the battle of the Oklahoma quarterbacks.
That's a good game.
Who's the best Oklahoma quarterback? Is it Kyler Murray or is it my man?
Definitely Kyler Murray.
I think they're going to take that first L this week. I think the Browns are going to get them.
That's a good game.
That's a good game.
That's a good game.
And you got the Packers and the Bears. And the Bengals and the Lions.
Packers, Bears, Bengals, Lions.
And Rams and the Giants.
And who on Sunday night? The Steelers game is on Sunday night?
Yeah.
Seahawks, Steelers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they keep putting out my boys, my bums on TV, man, prime time. They watch for everybody to see us embarrass ourselves, man.
Ooh, that's my biggest dilemma. I don't know what I like more, a Cowboy win or a Steeler loss.
I don't know why
definitely Cowboy wins. They come too few and far in between.
Yeah, I like the Cowboys wins better.
Yeah.
Why they keep doing it?
But we're gonna start rolling off a few of those in a row. We may be looking at, an 8-1, 9-1 record in a few weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the same thing we did last year. Went like 10-0 and then just slid out the back door.
We built differently. We built a little different.
Yeah, that still has yet to be seen, Cliffy Allen. Let's keep it real. I'm a Cowboy fan. Well, kind of, sort of. But it's been a long time.
No, yeah, but
I'm like, so it's been so long.
Without
a
Super Bowl ring to step to.
Listen, I'm not talking so much Super Bowl heavy right now, but I am talking 8-1, 9-1. We came into the season with the second easiest record. So second easiest schedule.
Possible though, Cliff? If you're taking the L to the Patriots this Sunday,
we're not taking an L. You want me to get to my best bets and my dog of the week? Listen, the best bets are 4-0. We had last week off with I like one, but this week I'm staying with my Cowboys on that best bet tip, and my dog of the week is the Chargers. I got them over the Ravens, and I got my Cowboys getting that Vic at Foxborough against the Patriots, and I don't even think it's going to be close.
I like that.
My best bet.
Well, he's been killing them this year, so don't bet against Cliff.
He has been. Yeah. I don't have the paper in front of me, but the black quarterbacks are 30-21, brothers. 30 and 21. With a brother quarterback.
500. It's good.
98
500.
And the rest of the league is 51 and 60, something like that. So
really? Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a great day.
Yeah.
Great day.
Yep. So we're doing all right.
There was something I wanted to say. Damn.
Lost it. Smoking that weed. What time is that Cowboy game on Sunday?
4:25.
4, yeah.
Is the Giants or Jets playing?
The Giants play the Rams. I don't know what time though.
So then that's a West. What are they playing in LA or in New York?
They play in I think it's in New York.
So then they'll be playing probably at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a 1 o'clock game.
What about the Jets?
I don't. Oh, Jets played it. No, I don't see the Jets.
They could be off because remember they were in.
Have a bye.
Yeah, they were in London last week.
That Cowboy game might be on TV then.
Oh, it's gonna be on TV. I mean, I know I'm gonna look at it because I'm in Texas, so I know I got it.
I mean, I can watch it on stick, but if it's on national TV, it's better.
Yeah, I like Nationals because
it's gonna be on all the highlights later anyway. So
You know what I don't like?
I want the world to see this one.
Well, you know what I don't like is the daylight savings.
Hold on. I had to bring KG some help. We got another lifelong Steeler fan, Artie Williams. Artie Williams just screamed
That's my
at
man,
you.
Big Dan. That's Big Dan.
Yeah, Big Dan. I give you some Pittsburgh love. I was supposed to have on some black and gold this week. I fronted, but Art's in the building, so there it is. You got some Pittsburgh love right there. What up, Danny?
Big Dan.
The problem is KG may be coming next week with that mask on after Steelers lose this Sunday night. As a favorite to Seattle with a backup quarterback. Because that was close to being my dog of the week, the Seahawks. But they're on upset alert. Steelers are on upset alert.
I wanted to say something last week, but it was nothing to brag about, man. Nothing to brag about. We got a W. We squeaked it out. We almost choked that one in the end, but nothing to brag about. I'm gonna just stay quiet. I'm gonna lay low for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy look good though, Najee Harris.
Yeah.
He looked real good.
Yeah.
Well, Brady just pulled out the oregano and the paprika. He's seasoning them up right about now on the first drive.
Oh God!
Wow.
Yeah, they're moving down the field pretty simply on Philly.
Yeah. Oh, let me switch the subject on you guys right fast. I got a legend in the building, a true legend. If there was ever a legend, KG, the mighty KG from the legendary Naughty by Nature's our guy. So I got to ask you, K, who you got on Sunday? Big Daddy Kane or KRS?
I'm gonna go neck and neck. They both classic. Them dudes are both legends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, both of them are top notch MCs. Mm-hmm. They're both showmen. They got the showmanship down to the T.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be dope. It's just gonna be dope. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be dope for hip hop as a whole. So I'm not taking nobody to win with this. I just think it's gonna be dope overall, man.
I must say with the Versus series, there seems to really be no losers. Like everybody's catalog goes out.
It started out first as a more of a battle, but now it's become a celebration. So
people's catalog get more attention.
Yeah,
streams go up. Hopefully, ticket prices go up. All that stuff goes up. So there are no losers. It's a wonderful job how they did this Versus thing and breathe life into these acts. Who it's a whole new generation. So we they created value where there was none. So salute to Swizz, Timberland, and Trilla and that whole thing. But this week, man, for me, I'm gonna be. All we do is spark madism, you know what I mean? No doubt.
And without giving away any surprises, hopefully we might see somebody up there.
Hopefully. Hopefully we cross our fingers. I ain't got the word, but hopefully, it all works out.
It'll be fitting.
But yeah, I think so. I think we got one of the 20, but this dude got like 30, 40 joints, 50 joints. KRS.
He might have 100.
He might have 100. So he might have to pull. You know what I mean? Like I could very easily miss the bunch too. Yeah, I could very easily, and not even be disrespectful. Oh, how you do that, man? Listen, he did this,
And that's what's dope, yeah, because they're both Big Daddy Kane as well. Both of those guys have a lot of records, extensive catalog, and joints, and up tempo, like real hardcore hip hop, as well as party hip hop. Anything and every lyrical, you know, they can go across the board with those two. So it's dope.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
You know, I gotta just say, I got put on to KRS and BDP by KG. Walking into Miss Lemmy's class, homeroom, 1987, and K was sitting there. You know, he had, first of all, K had like the gold joint with the Nefertiti head. He had the Mercedes Benz rings on. And he had the high top joint was sitting there and shit, right? And he got the Criminal Minded album in his hand. I walk in, I'm on my, Cliff. We was on our Pet Shop Boys, the Depeche Mode. And I was going through that phase. That's why the Beastie Boys, we was doing the Beastie Boys, right?
You was loving the Beastie Boys.
Loving the Beastie Boys, right? So I walk in the class, homeroom class, he's sitting there with the Criminal Minded BDP album. I'm like, yo, who these niggas? They got to sit there with guns on the album? They ain't trying to sell no records. Laugh at me. You don't know about South Bronx? How you don't know about Bridges Over? What? Yeah, you put me on this shit. So then fast forward, when I was background dancing for Nicole Folks, she was signed a sleeping bag. They gave her tickets to go see KRS-One Boogie Down Productions at the Apollo, Ghetto Music Blueprint of Hip Hop. I was like, yo, come on, K, Vin. And we went, that was my first time seeing them in concert, was with KG and Vinny. So it's just crazy how fast forward 30 years later and everything that's transpired has transpired, and ciphers happen and people reconnect and all types of stuff. It's crazy.
And also too, man, like that, that's just one of the main, reasons, or not even reasons, man, but just, like you mentioned, like a lot of these guys don't study, a lot of the game. Even like sports are different. Like when you hear a lot of these guys or these younger, even athletes, and you mention older guys and they don't know nothing about them, sometimes it's just puzzling, man. Because at the end of the day, man, like we were students of the game, Hot, man, coming up, man, like going to see these guys perform, like you said, into their music, going to watch them, like before we like even knew, or even got a chance to meet them. Who knew that we would ever get a chance to meet these guys? But just being students of the game, man, of hip hop, man, just going to the Apollo, going to all of these different places, man, and just loving hip hop, man, and being in the building, man. We've been doing that since youngsters, man, for real.
Yeah. Just talk about the fashion, how.
Yeah, this stuff didn't happen overnight, man. Like we were really students of the game, man, and we put ourselves in position, and also, studied the game and did our homework.
That's right. Yeah, and it's like the culture. Like doing it, not knowing it was going to end up with the big record deals. Yeah, we had goals and dreams and aspirations, and we had a vision, but we was doing this as kids without the record deal, without just like with the way we wore, our clothes, the way we man, for fun, like parties at the Civic Center, parties at the Northmont Terrell's Gymnasium.
Terrell Gym.
Our Lady Help
a Christian up on Rally Racket Club.
Word.
We were just engulfed in the culture, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. So to see it on this stage at the Barclays, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. First of all, in 1988, Kane was my favorite MC. That was my favorite MC. Like nobody compared to Kane to me in 1988. And then when Chris came out with, ghetto music and edutainment, and I was all in my conscious stuff. So I started to really gravitate toward Chris, and of course the rest is history. But those two people you got Chris, Kane, Chuck D, Slick Rick, Coogee Rap, Rakim, LL.
That's it.
That's it. Those two right there, Sunday night. Oh my God, legendary event, historic event. Everybody check in, no doubt.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, if that's it, it's 8:30. Watch the game. Talk about it next week.
7-0 Tampa.
That's what?
7-0 Tampa.
Oh, okay, 7. Okay.
Yeah, they scored in their first drive.
Yeah. You know, the inevitable.
So, what really quick? What do you guys think and look at as far as baseball? I see my Yankees took an L and got about it. But I know Boston got Tampa up out of there, so now they about to go into the Astros. So
Listen,
we'll see what happens with that one.
That's a Yankee man that lives in Houston's worst nightmare. The Red Sox versus the Astros. Oh, it's awful right about now.
Yeah,
it's not a good look out here in the Henderson house right here. I gotta walk outside with my sunglasses on, put the tin on the car. Can't let them see me. Yeah, man.
Who's your favorite, K?
What out of the what are you talking about from the American League?
Well, both.
Huh?
Both American and National. Who you got coming out?
Looking at it now, I'll probably think Astros versus Dodgers.
That's the series I want to see.
Yeah.
Not Boston.
Astros.
I like to see the Astros and the Dodgers.
Nah, definitely.
I like
not
to see Boston Giants.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice, though, Cliff. That would definitely
be nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Nope.
That would mean that would see. I do really want. I want to see the Dodgers beat the Astros because of the payback, like in the World Series. But if I just really if I had to choose between who I could deal with, I could stomach the Red Sox winning again. I'm not, I can't stand the Astros.
I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even mad at you. Like I can't either. I can't stomach.
I can't stand the Astros.
Now
that's good though. They good.
What they did, I can't take the Astros winning. I mean, but then again, you got the Red Sox going against them. Longest if the Dodgers or the Giants win overall, that'd be fun.
Yeah, the Giants win everything. That'd be kind of perfect for everybody. Yeah. But it was the Astros. Is that home run my man hit off of Chapman? And I just ask people that if you played in any type of a sporting event or you watch sports for all these years. I just never seen anybody in that moment against a historic team like the Yankees have the wherewithal to come to home plate in a celebration and tell people not to take his shirt off. That don't make no sense to me. And then you go in the locker room and you change that shirt when everybody else is putting on the celebration hat and the T-shirt over their uniform out on the field. You go back in and change, and you don't even try to celebrate. It was just, I know he had a buzzer on, man.
He did. He was cheating.
Absolutely.
I know he had a buzzer. It's killing me. It kills me. And out here, they're like, "Oh, come on, that's not true." I mean, come on, But listen, and then out here now, the way they treating Dusty Baker makes you really not like them because they trying to get rid of Baker, and Baker stood there and took all the heat for them, and when he wasn't involved. And he's gotten him to the playoffs 2 years in a row, and now they're talking about they want to fire him. How?
Well, I didn't even hear about that. Why are they trying to get rid of Dusty?
They said that Dusty's not getting along with management. That's code word for he's not a yes man. That's all it really boils down to.
Right.
And they put the brother in during the turmoil.
During the time of turmoil.
To absorb all the stain, and then.
And then they out here trying to get rid of Dusty.
They had to know that way before that. Dusty's never been a yes man. Right?
No,
never.
But he was probably the only one that would take that job at the time. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Right. So those are the two reasons. You want to crap on Dusty, and then y'all. I know y'all cheated.
That's foul. That's foul.
But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Hey, well, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Gentlemen, this is IZM Sports, Hakim Green, Wes, Spliffy, KG.
That 5-1? Which one is 5-1? That one? It's gonna be 5-1.
That's 1-5. That's 1-5.
5-1, right there.
There you go. There you go.
Get ready to put that patch on the back. That Patriots patch on the back.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, where we at with the patch? We're at the Master.
Well, we got right now. We got the 3. I was trying to decide because we missed the Giants week, but see the King crown was because the SmackDown we put on the Panthers. It's called the Queen City, but we kinged them out. So okay, so I'm gonna owe y'all Giants because we beat them, and I'm gonna owe y'all Patriots because we gonna beat them. Okay.
All right. There it is. Yeah.
I like it.
Nah, you know what? When y'all take an L to New England, and they put them boots into you, put that Red Sox boot on the front of that jersey.
Oh no, that's not good. Don't do that.
Oh shit! Wow.
Put that Red Sox boot right on the front of it. Put that right on the front of that shirt.
Nah, hold on, yo, Cliff. Hold the shirt up again so the audience can see what's going on here. They can understand. We're tracking the wins for the Dallas Cowboys. And every time they catch a win, we put a Zatch on the back of the jersey, representing.
If they lose, it'll go on the front. Right now, it's clean. I gotta somehow represent Tampa Bay. I know, but this started before the Tampa Bay game, so I'm gonna represent them.
Why don't you just put a goat on the front?
We just focusing on winning right now.
Yeah.
We just focusing on the Vic.
Yeah, you gotta put the goat. You gotta put the
Get a little goat. Put it on the front. That's
You gotta
it.
put
A goat on the front.
Yeah.
All right.
A goat in the boots next week.
Negative, okay? Negative. That's gonna be an easy win for the Cowboys next week. Yo, we out of here, yo. Please.
All right, yo.
How about